Hey folks, I hope you're all doing well with your healing journeys. Welcome again if you're new here to the group. I wanted to do a quick Q&A. I wanted to get to some of the questions in a video format because I haven't been able to get back to all of you of late. There's been some great interaction. It's really good to see how some of you are helping out the others who are coming along just behind, going through the same experiences. That is what this group is all about. Complete, wholesome, natural reversal of eczema. So to jump right in, I want to get to this question here. Christopher Tan posted, is coconut milk okay to drink and is white rice okay to eat while still detoxing and healing? And some people have jumped in and given some comments, which is excellent. So the first question for you, Christopher, is have you come from a really unhealthy background of food? If you have, if you've been eating fried chicken, you've been eating fast food and stuff, and now you've moved to a place of drinking coconut milk and eating white rice as staples, these are massive steps in the right direction. So bring it on. And if this is a transition phase to where you're going to go even cleaner with your food to a more whole foods, plant-based approach, then these are great foods to include. Excellent forms of protein, fats, carbohydrates. They're nourishing foods. So the immediate answer is, yeah, they're great foods to include in your diet, and don't worry about, any of the details that you can get into with them. If, however, you're coming more from a place where you're plateaued, you've been eating these foods for a long time, like months, you may need to dig down a little further to see if they are quite right for where you are at, if you've got any particular sensitivities to them. Concerning arsenic, concerning Dr. Greger's whole trip on arsenic in white rice and even brown rice, on the whole, I choose to continue to eat white rice and brown rice, mainly because they are such staple foods for me, especially when I'm based in Thailand. As some of you know, I've been in Thailand for quite a while. Avoiding rice in Asia it's just not an option, really, if you want to eat affordable food, non-imported, local produce. You're going to have some rice. And if there's arsenic in that, I'm going to take the thick with the thin on that one. We're surrounded by toxins. We eat, we consume, we are in contact with all sorts of toxins all the time. And the jury, as far as I'm concerned, the jury is still a little bit out on whether it's something we need to be worried about. So I continue to enjoy white and brown rice, regardless of what Dr. Greger says about arsenic. But hey, let's see what happens. If this becomes more of a big thing, more and more people are getting issues with it, then I might change my tune and try to find different staples to replace. Moving on, Bailey Losa, welcome to the group. Nightshades, veggies, and fruits. Do any of you stay away from them? And if so, have you seen improvements in your skin? There's been a few comments on this one, but I just wanted to touch on nightshades again. Personally, I never avoided nightshades throughout my healing process because I never had an issue with them. And that generally is my advice to those people that I coach. It is, you've got to bring them into your daily food diary. You've got to decide for yourself. You've got to work out for yourself if they are a problem, because we can copy others. We can hear horror stories that other people had issues. They didn't heal for years and years and then cut nightshades out and suddenly they heal. That is them. And this is one area where doing a food sensitivity test can be helpful for you, because it at least gives you an idea of where your gut's at right now, what's causing you to flare up, freak out, etc. On the whole, though, I wouldn't advise cutting anything out that you can't wholeheartedly prove is a problem for you. So as far as I'm concerned, continue to eat them, because you want, going whole foods plant-based is already restrictive enough if you're coming from a animal product eating past, and moving to this whole foods plant-based thing, if that is your aim here, you want to eat as broad of a variety of foods as possible. And so I don't recommend cutting out any salicylates or fruits or nightshades or any veggies at all, as long as you can help it. Moving on. Somebody's asked here about getting stool testing done. Tim Gardner. Hi guys, anyone tried getting a stool test done? I'm thinking of doing this to see what's going on in the gut. I really recommend doing this. If you've got the money and you've got the time and you've got the inclination to find out what's really going on inside of you, do it. And if that's what vibes with you, do it. Find out the information. It's just like, you know, doing food sensitivities test, allergy testing. If you have the time and the money to spend on doing that, get it done, because it gives you some information at that point in time of where your gut's at, where your bacteria is at, and you can figure out what you're missing and what's overgrown inside of you. But for a lot of people who don't have the interest and they also don't have the money to do that sort of thing, guess what? The solution to what you find out in your stool test might be the same as for a whole lot of other people who don't get the testing done. And so I guess what I'm trying to say is, for my clients, I don't necessarily require them to go and get all this testing done, you know, the allergy testing, the stool testing, because the answer, the actual approach to healing, ends up being quite similar for most people anyway. So that is why I never got the testing done. That's why a lot of my clients never got the testing done. But I do think that you can get more detailed about your healing process. And, you know, if any of you follow Goji Man or any of those other guys that talk a lot about this stuff, even Susan Valkai at the moment is doing some of that sort of experimentation, investigation. Yeah, I think it's helpful, useful information to have. Yeah, that segues neatly onto that other question there from Gail Lloyd. I have a question. Is it helpful to do a food sensitivity test? I've seen them available through the mail and wondered if it would help to do that. Anyone have any comments or advice? So, Gail, that is my advice. If you have the inclination and you'd like to find out what's going on, then I would do the test, because it can give you a snapshot in time. But remember, that is all it does give you. It gives you a snapshot in time of where you're at now. Your gut bacteria changes, your food sensitivities change and adjust over time. So you've got to treat it as just a snapshot in time. It's a picture of where you're at right now, but know that as you continue to get healthier, your gut bacteria will change, the quality of your gut will change, your leaky gut status will change as you go through your healing process. My phone is about to die, so I'm going to leave this video here. Let me know what you think of this group, and let me know if you've got any specific questions you'd like me to answer in video format, either here on this group or over on YouTube. I might also post this video on YouTube as well, just so the YouTube followers can see what's going on inside the group. That's it for now. You're free to go. Good luck with your healing journeys. Reach out here on this group if you've got any specific burning questions. Speak to you again soon.